Hey guys, it's me here. This is the video part of your lesson. I am sorry that you can't see my face too well, but I'm gonna hold the camera down so that you can see more of my table space. I'm gonna really learn how to do this better over time, so I hope we're back together soon, but I need to learn to get a little more sophisticated with my videos. So, I hope you have watched the two resource videos. One is called What is Art? It is a cartoon and it is a really good little story about what makes things art and what makes things not art. So it's gonna help you understand the concept of abstract art, I think, better. I did a little lesson on the evolution of art from realism to abstract, so do watch those. And now this video is gonna show you exactly the project you're gonna work on to demonstrate understanding of abstract art. So you are gonna need a couple pieces of paper. You are gonna need a pencil and crayons. You are also gonna need a glue stick and scissors for this. This is a project that if you only have crayons, that's fine. I've shown it in only crayon, but you could also use markers, colored pencils, watercolor paint. You can really use anything that you have available that you're allowed to use for this. So, I have drawn a picture, a very simple still life, a vase of flowers, and it fills the paper. It is clearly a vase of flowers. It is done in a more realistic way. If I would color it or paint it, I can make it look quite realistic. Right now it's just a contour drawing or the outline drawing. I would like you to pick one of those traditional genres of art. A still life with a bowl of fruit or flowers, a traditional landscape, or portrait. So pick one of those three to do and to make your original image. Okay, now I outlined mine in Sharpie. You are welcome to do that if you have Sharpie or a marker. It makes it easier to see, easier line work. Okay, so, and it looks very modern. So the next thing I did is I took that image and I made a colored version. I had a copier, so I did one and did several. You probably won't have a copier at home, so you're just gonna color the one that you have drawn. And so I have colored this. I would not say it's super realistic. I did not take the time to do that and really look at what these flowers really look like, but it is in the scheme of things, a realistic drawing of a orange vase of flowers on a purple and yellow striped tablecloth with a blue background. Notice I used some of my understanding from last week's color schemes to do that. I intentionally did sets of complementary colors opposite on the color wheel. The big blueness in the sky is a big part of the background with the orange of the vase. The flowers are pink, which is a light red to the green leaves, and then the tablecloth purple and yellow. So I was thinking of my contrasting colors. So once you get that completely colored, and do try to color everything, then this is where we're gonna start turning it into abstract art. Turn it onto the back, to the white side, and then you're gonna draw a series of lines. They don't have to be straight, they can be kind of at an angle, but you're gonna draw 3 and 3, 2 and 3. You're gonna break it up into like a grid, but not a perfect even grid. And then, yes, you are gonna cut it up. So cut on those lines and cut your piece of artwork into 12 to 16 pieces. That, if you do 3 across and 3 up and down, you'll get 16 pieces of paper. Okay, so I have 16 now. And I'm gonna kind of shuffle them up. The order is not important. Okay. And then I'm gonna take another blank sheet of paper, and I'm gonna lay these back out, but I'm not gonna try to put them together like a puzzle, just like I broke them apart. I'm gonna lay them out in a different, more random kind of pattern or design. I'm not gonna glue them yet. I'm gonna look at what I've done because I wanna do this thoughtfully. I might keep the purple and yellow table down at the bottom, even though it's kind of not put back together just exactly like it was. Keep the blue kind of up in the sky and the pot kind of together. They're gonna overlap, so you're gonna have spaces that don't have so much in them, okay? So if I'm happy with that, I would be ready to glue these down as it is. I'm probably gonna sit here and play with this a little bit to get this to look more like something I think looks interesting and how the pieces go together. So that I can still tell it's a vase of flowers, but it doesn't look like a photograph. So I may pull this one down here and put that one up there. Okay, I'm kind of liking the way that's looking now. I think I'm gonna turn that one upside down. Okay, and now you're gonna glue these down to that paper. And you're gonna glue them so they're really solid and stuck down. You can pull them off. I would kind of recommend, not to make a mess, to take another sheet of paper or something and do it on so you don't get glue all over your table or your desk, wherever you're working. Remember, art can be a little messy. And you're gonna glue these down, okay? Press, rub, let the pressure and heat of your hand get them really stuck down. You want to get all the little corners and edges glued down tightly. Okay. And you would do that whole paper. And then you're going to go back and you are going to color in the areas that are white, and you can do that really in any way that you want to. You can shade, fill them in, but you're gonna fill in all the white spaces that you have left open because your pieces are not gonna glue back down and cover up everything that you've done, okay? So that is one way that you can complete this. The other way you could do this is you could draw your picture and then cut it up before you do any coloring or painting. And then glue it down while it's still just a black and white drawing, just the same way I did that. So I have done an example of that here, okay? And then after it's all glued down and the glue has dried, you could come back and color it completely after it's glued down. I think both of those ways are an interesting way to think about getting a piece of abstract art, but a little bit different process. And if you have time, you might try both different ways because they are going to give you some different visual results, okay? And so I would finish coloring that. In both cases, I still see the elements of flowers and a vase and this striped table, but instead of looking realistic, they are abstract. And even more specifically, it very much looks like Cubism, a subset of abstract developed by an artist named Picasso and Braque. So if you're interested more in them, look up some of their work, look up Cubism, and you can find some more examples of that. So I hope you have fun with this, boys and girls. I look forward to talking to you soon on our meets.